Hello and welcome back to Battletech Advanced, brought to you by Commando Gaming Strategic Gaming, brought to you live on Twitch.tv. Had to do a quick reset. OBS was not showing me the chat room, and the chat room is a big part of our stream, so I just had to do a quick reset here. So let's jump right into it. We've got a let's do a duo. Let's do this duel here. Just as a warm-up. Alright, max is 65 tons, so I can't take... Let's see, I'm going to take my Wraith, and I will take my Centurion. Alright. This is a nice quick warm-up while we let people filter into the chat. Please get involved in the chat room. I will be forced to do things like sing Baby Shark and other things to amuse myself. I would much rather be involved in chat than sing Baby Shark, but I will resort to that if you force me to. So let's get involved in the chat room. Tell me if you have any thoughts or suggestions on our strategy, if you have any questions about this mod or Battletech in general, or if you just want to tell me how your day was, what you're up to. All those things are fair game. Today of all days, we are not discussing American politics in the chat, please. Please, let's keep that to a minimum. After the events of yesterday, I'm not going to go into those, but let's not get involved with any of those discussions. It just doesn't help in any way for us to spend time in the chat room talking about that. I will say it was sad for me as somebody who spent 7 years in uniform to see what transpired there. But let's just move on. Alright, so we got a nice duel just to start things out. It's a good way to crack off the rust after 12 hours of not playing. Or 22 hours, actually. Alright, so we got a Talos and a Crusader. Actually, not bad salvage here. Alright, so we're going to get...
Moving, Commander.
Our Wraith moving with the goal of flanking.
Ready, Commander.
And we're going to use the Centurion as our damage dealer and our tanker in this scenario.
Standing by.
So let's get this Wraith nice and evasive. As you can see, that Wraith has a evasion of 8. And still has lots of firepower here. So let's get a tag on that Crusader, actually.
I have it.
While we move the Wraith hopefully into a flanking position. They're not going to have the speed to stop the Wraith from getting behind them. It might just take us around to work our way around. Oh, that's an Avatar, not a Talos. Sorry. I actually like the Avatar quite a bit. I wouldn't mind putting an Avatar together. But I also love the Crusader, especially since I have an Apollo targeting system.
Ready, Commander.
Available, which I haven't put on anything yet.
Moving,
A
Commander.
Crusader would be a really nice MRM boat if I combined it with that guidance system. All right, let's go for hitting the Crusader some more, since we have a lock on it.
Commander.
All right, and our Wraith is going to continue to work to flank the enemy. So in this case, we're going to run around some more. And let's get some shots and a tag in on the Avatar.
Acknowledge.
So now we're going to have tags on both targets, which means the Centurion can really work on its target of opportunity depending on its sensor locks here. Alright, the enemies accepted the fact that they can't stop the positioning of the Wraith. Oh, take that back. So that Avatar just wasted its whole round just to do 4 damage on our Wraith. And he actually opened himself up to rear shots from our Centurion if we can get in position. Can't quite get there. We could do this.
Throttle up.
But we still, it still looks like the best opportunity is to really hit this Crusader. So let's do that. Just trying to push through the armor here.
Ready for orders.
And now our Wraith is really in prime position because we can actually get in here really close
Let's move.
on the back of the Crusader. Stay highly evasive. And
Roger that.
get him in the rear as much as possible. Wow. Chat is growing a little slow today. I will resort to Baby Shark.
Tickled.
Don't force me. See, so the enemy is splitting their energy on the Centurion and really hard hits here on the Centurion. We need to get rid of one of these
Taking the beat,
targets
Commander.
quickly.
Ready, Commander.
Really need to do that. Alright, let's use the rock as cover from direct fire from the Avatar here. Let's do a Battlelord, actually. I think it's time for us to get some rocket launchers in play here.
Sending a message.
Nice hits there on the
Doesn't
Crusader.
hit there.
Because the
Ammo's out.
Crusader had to turn to deal with the Wraith. That was why the Centurion was able to get that shot. Alright, so we can do... Again, we're going to keep the Wraith evasive. This is why I love the Wraith, especially with these duo duels. Eventually, he's going to get in prime position to attack the enemy's rear.
Right.
And
Hard
boom.
now.
There goes the Avatar.
Farewells.
Avatar went down with basically one shot from the Wraith. And just like that, this battle just became very one-sided.
Moving, Commander. Sending a message.
They will
Right
be
now
done.
the Wraith is going to keep evasive. Moving around to the rear. Can't quite get a rear shot here, but we can do lots of damage to the side of the Crusader here. And get another tag. Alright, let's see what the Crusader does. He's in a tough spot. So if he goes after the Wraith, he'd be much better going after the Centurion, because the Wraith has a 7 evasion.
Ready, Commander.
And now, the Crusader has opened up its rear to shots from our Crusader. That's not going to work out well for him.
Coming in from behind.
Ooh, hit some ammo there.
Heavy hit there.
He's in bad shape right now.
Live
Bad
to serve.
shape. Hey, you know what? Let's go in for, let's go in for a melee here. Oh, we got knocked down. I was hoping we'd take out one of the legs there. But we got a pilot injury. Alright. Now, the Wraith is exposed right now because it doesn't have high evasion. But the Crusader lost a lot of its firepower already. So the Wraith can handle it for one round without
Systems
too much
holding.
trouble.
Hey. Let's
Ready, Commander.
And now again, he's still opened up his rear to our Centurion here. So this does not bode well for this Crusader.
Coming in from behind.
There we go.
Leak watch over.
No structural damage, no
Ammo's out.
injury. And we took out 2 mechs that outtunned us significantly.
Mission successful.
So, successful mission there. And good salvage. Like I said, I'd love to put together a Crusader, MRM Crusader right now. That would be a nice build. Be a nice build. No significant injuries or damage to our mechs. Alright, we got 3 parts of the Avatar or the Crusader. Let's see. Nothing component-wise that's that amazing. I guess we have to take the Avatar part here. Yeah, that didn't help us. Didn't help us. I was hoping we would get some additional Avatar parts. Was not to be. But, hey, good salvage for a nice quick mission. Would love to get everybody involved in the chat. If you're new to our streams, we have a Funko Pop giveaway. Where we give you a brand new Funko Pop in the box as part of our monthly giveaway. All you have to do is follow and you're entered in to win. Need to do some repairs. Okay, so does that mean we put together a mech? When Yang says we need to do some repairs, and there's no... He might be referring to the Mackie, because the Mackie has excess tonnage. Yeah, we didn't put anything together. I'm not sure what Yang was talking about there. Alright, let's find us another mission. Alright, we got an escort. We've got a recovery. Trying to do the lower level missions while we wait for people to join us here. So let's do the black site mission. All right. And we've got some new toys to play with. So we are going to take our Mackie. We're going to take our Awesome. We're going to take our Archer. And I kind of need something with some brawling ability. I can take the Centurion, but it's a little slow for this mission type. Let's take the Blackjack Omni. I think we'll be okay with that. And then we'll take our Wraith and a Firestarter Omni. I mean, that should be plenty of firepower for us here. So let's match up our pilots. Gonna keep putting T-Bone in the Wraith. He really excels. Greetings, good morning, Askewed One. I put together an interesting Mackie I think you'd be interested in. So I'm premiering it right now, so I think it'll definitely be a mech that you'd be interested in the build on, Askewed One. So what I did is I put on a Mackie, I put a sniper and 2 plasma rifles, along with significant cooling. And my plan for that is to actually we'll put our commander in the Mackie, is to actually put our Mackie in a situation where it might be able to shut down multiple mechs at the same time. So that's kind of my thought process on why I put that mech together the way I did. I've never used plasma rifles with an artillery build, but let's see how it works out. Alright, so we actually have unused tonnage in the Mackie, which is fine with us. Yeah, it's under tonned, the Skewed One, that's it. So to get all the cooling in that I needed to run this build, I had to put in a lot of double heat sinks, and I just ran out of room in the Mackie. So I've got the Mackie set up so the Alpha Strike does 102 of heat, and we have 100 of heat, and we have 102 of venting. So we could do Alpha Strikes every round, theoretically. So this should be an interesting build. I think between Inferno and the fact that we can target opponents with double plasma shots, I think we can actually do a lot of shutting down with this build, which means theoretically we should be able to get more headshots, which means we should get more salvage. So that's my logic.
Command interface.
Let's see if it works out. I've done this with PPCs before, but I've never done it with a plasma rifle. I think it's going to be an interesting build.
Someone turn up the AC.
All right. How have you been, Askewed One? I'm very glad you're here. I needed someone to talk to. Otherwise, I was going to
Move order received.
resort to singing Baby Shark, which is not good for anybody. So I'm glad you showed up, or we'd be singing Baby Shark before too long. And nobody wants that. Nobody wants me singing. No one wants me, number one, singing, and nobody wants me singing Baby Shark. Yeah, Skewed One. I agree. Yesterday was not a good day for us. I'm trying to minimize discussions of what happened yesterday because then it turns into a political discussion.
Waiting orders.
So if we could just avoid that topic as much as we can, that would be great. Again, I just don't want political stuff, one way or the other. I think most of us can agree that what happened yesterday was sad, but then sometimes people will get into a political discussion about why it happened and whether it was right and whether it was wrong. So
Let's go.
I'd like to just avoid that conversation. All right, so what do we have here? All right, so we got a Corsair. So this is a perfect opportunity for us to see if our shutdown ability will help us here. Because if we could shut down this Corsair and then get a headshot, it's got dual ACs. This is an interesting Corsair. So let's get a tag on it. Alright, we got a got tag on that Corsair. How are things at work, Skewed One? Yes, thank you, Skewed One. I appreciate it. All right, we got a Griffin. All right.
Ready, Commander.
All right, so I want to try to maximize salvage on that Corsair. So we're going to use the Archer actually to engage. We got a Vulcan and a Griffin. You know what? Let's put some Thunder rounds on the Corsair. Hopefully that'll force it to do some damage to itself while it walks around, because it's probably going to take us a little while to either shut it down or for it to have damage to its legs. And then also that's increasing the heat on the Corsair, as you can see, by a significant amount. Alright, let's push up our awesome. I really like this quad
Copy that, Commander.
PPC
awesome build with a tag. It's
got your back.
It's a good combination. All right, so let's start working on shutting down that Corsair.
Sprinting.
All right, so let's go with some Inferno artillery on that Corsair. Plus 44 heats.
Mech warriors. Show 'em what you
Imagine
got.
when I can shoot that Corsair with sniper artillery and
Affirmed.
plasma rifles at the same time. That's going to cause almost immediate shutdowns most of the time. Alright, I don't want to do too much damage to the Corsair before we can shut it down. So let's go for shots on this Griffin here. Thank you for the follow, I Presidente. Really appreciate that.
Standing by.
We've had a great growth in follows
10-4.
with the start of the year. We're getting right around 40 to 50 follows a day, which is easily going to get us to 10,000 by the end of the year, which is our goal. So we really appreciate the support. Let's go for a headshot on the Griffin.
Roger.
Nice hits there. Good hits on the Griffin.
Critical hit, Commander.
So I'm trying to buy time until we can get the Mackie in a position to where we completely shut down that Corsair. And then we're going to use some headshot opportunities to hopefully maximize salvage on that Corsair. The Corsair, so right now, is definitely the belle of the ball here. Alright, so, Wraith is not getting as evasive as I would like here, but 5 evasion should be okay. Note that the Wraith gets 5 evasion even without sprinting. So, it's a really nice combination here. We could do a round of firing at the Corsair here. I don't think we're going to do enough damage to impact anything. But we'll get another tag,
Ready, Commander.
which will increase our opportunities for a successful strike on that Corsair.
Throttle up.
Alright, Archer. What do we want to do? Let's do Battlelord here. Under artillery around that Thunderbolt. Okay.
I'm receiving you.
Awesome. Can you? All right. Our awesome is getting into
Confirmed.
the finally getting into the swing of things here. He can also go after the Thunderbolt quad PPC
All right.
shot. even at that range, we should hit on a couple.
Talk to me.
Alright, Mackie. Alright, here we go. Mackie is not quite in range
Roger that.
with its plasma rifle yet. But we can keep hitting that Corsair with sniper artillery.
You brought this on yourself.
Alright, getting it really close to shutdown right now. You started a new run, Askewed One. What was your reasoning for that? You just wanted a fresh start, or did you want to see how a new run would be with the new rules? Alright, the Corsair's shut down now. Alright, that's what we wanted. Corsair's now shut down. Now we need to do precision strikes on that Corsair's head. And take that Corsair down. That's the goal.
On it.
Alright, so every mech is going to be shooting at the head of that shutdown Corsair now. You had 30 days left on your career and decided why not. Oh, so you go by the career timer? Askewed One? Because I never let that timer impact me anymore. If I'm enjoying my campaign or my career and I get to that timer, I'll just push on past the timer.
Aye.
Let's see. Oh, we don't have a shot. Don't have a shot on that Corsair, but we can go after the head of this Vulcan.
Firing.
Yeah, that didn't do as much as I thought I would. But I had a coil Irby dash halfway across a map, fire up a cliff, and headshot one of my crew. Oh.
Yes, Commander.
That sounds like it was really bad luck, to be honest with you. That definitely sounded like it was bad luck for sure. Alright, right.
Affirmative.
Let's get the Wraith in a position to put a tag on that Thunderbolt and keep it busy while the rest of our Lance works on the Corsair. Heat is an issue, but I really just want to get a tag on this Thunderbolt more than anything else and keep it distracted.
Ready, Commander.
Alright, let's push up with the Archer.
Moving, Commander.
Alright, this is actually a good opportunity for some follow the leader on this Vulcan. This Vulcan will not... I'll be shocked if this Vulcan survives this right now. A lot of firepower into this Vulcan. Okay, I'm surprised he survives.
Dealt a heavy hit there.
Alright, Corsair's still shut down.
I'm here. Commander?
Now, another thing I can do, quite frankly, is I could keep hitting that Corsair with enough heat that eventually the pilot will die, and that will work as well.
This should be good.
Sorry to hear that happen to your pilot, Askewed One, but the good news is, if you lose a pilot that early in your playthrough, it's not that big of a deal, because I'm assuming he wasn't an overly high pilot.
Copy that.
Alright. Oh, okay, so this is an interesting situation. What do I want to do here? I think I want to keep... Let's do multi-target here. So we're going to do the Thunderbolt and the Corsair. Let's just keep hitting the Corsair with heat. Hopefully the pilot will die. And see if we can hit the Thunderbolt. No luck with the Thunderbolt. Alright, look at that heat, the heat is going off the charts on that Corsair. You know, it would be great if we could just kill that Corsair with heat. That would really allow us to salvage as much as possible out of that Corsair. More importantly, we're keeping his AC 20s out of this fight, which is a bonus as well. Alright, let's use our lighter mechs to keep that Thunderbolt busy.
My flamer is empty.
This Thunderbolt might overheat right now. Let's see. It's going to be close. No, it didn't overheat.
Standing by.
Alright, Blackjack. Blackjack can still get, let's see, he can get shots at the Corsair's head. So let's take advantage of that while the Corsair is still shut down. Ooh, we hit the head. We hit the head on the Corsair. Very nice.
Orders?
Yeah, so I'm sorry that happened to your pilot, Skewed One, but you know, at least it was early on in your career that you suffered that loss. It's always sad to lose a pilot, but more so later after you've invested so much time and energy into turning them into an awesome pilot.
I got the heat spiking here.
Alright, that Thunderbolt.
Ready, Commander.
That Thunderbolt is cooking right now.
Moving, Commander.
Let's see. We're cooking a little bit here too, so let's do the follow the leader on the Thunderbolt. Wow, nice hits on the Thunderbolt there.
Heavy hit there.
If you get a strong lock on a mech with follow the leader ammo, it could do so much damage. Alright, let's push up. See if our awesome can finish off this Vulcan, just to get it off the field. Took out a leg. That Vulcan is really hanging in there. Yeah, I agree with you. When I complete a career mode and I don't have anybody on the memorial wall, I definitely feel that it's a positive as well. So I understand what you're saying there. Where'd my... Did the Corsair die? I think the Corsair might have died from heat. I missed it, but I think the Corsair died from heat.
Roger that.
My goodness. Alright, that works for me. Alright. Alright, let's hit the Thunderbolt with some
Roger
heat
that.
then.
Punch right over the red line.
Come on, people. Let's make it happen.
Commander?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. A skewed one, but yeah, I think it was good that you played it through. You know, losing a pilot is always a bummer, but it's part of the game. That's why they give you all those spots in the barracks, right? So I think the Corsair pilot overheated and died. Because we didn't hit his torso. Or we didn't hit his head. I think he did die. Alright, there goes the Thunderbolt from heat.
I'm receiving you.
I'll take that.
Moving out.
Alright, let's just finish off the Vulcan here.
Firing all weapons.
There we go.
Targets down.
Whoa, death from above from the Griffin.
I lost a weapon.
Ouch.
Waiting for orders.
That was a pretty jerky thing to do right there. Pretty jerky. Alright, so we can't, death from above. Let's actually use our Wraith to just secure the objective.
Just running.
I can't believe, it's not very often I see death from above from the AI. That was surprising. Alright, let's just see if we can
Roger that.
pepper that Griffin.
That's a miss.
And here I thought I was going to have a flawless victory, and then, well, that Griffin wanted to be a jerk with some death from above. All right, Griffin. How about some Artemis in the face?
Dealt a heavy hit there.
Injury to the pilot. That's
Yes,
good.
Commander.
Yeah, I think that Corsair pilot must have died from heat
Roger
exposure.
that. Target confirmed.
Because 1 second he was there, and then the next second his mech was gone and on the
How
ground.
can I help?
And I know it wasn't from our shots.
Confirmed.
We don't want to use artillery here because it will just probably damage our blackjack. So let's go for plasma shots here.
The asset has been secured and is ready for retrieval.
Thanks everybody for joining
On
the
my
chat.
way.
Please
Double
jump
time.
in. If you have any questions about this game, about this mod, Battletech Advanced, please let me know. If you have any general gaming or streaming
Walking on
questions,
target.
let me know. If you just want to talk about what's going on in your neck of the woods,
I'm ready.
that works too. Again, we just want to avoid any political discussions, especially after what happened yesterday. Let's make this a fun place where we can just enjoy some Battletech and not
Targeted for
deal
now.
with the political ramifications of what's going on in the United States right now.
Ready, Commander.
Alright. Oh, let's actually... now we can do a charge.
Moving, Commander.
You spend a lot of time targeting the ground with your artillery. Yeah, you certainly can do that. I've found that especially if you have a targeting computer, an indirect fire computer, which I have on my Mackie, it's worth the tonnage, and you end up really making the most of your firepower. Come on, die, Griffin. Die.
Critical?
This Griffin's giving us more trouble than the Corsair. Okay.
Mission successful.
Tyler's gonna facilitate funding. Okay, mission successful. Sounds great. All right. All right, let's see if we got some Corsair salvage, shall we? This was almost a flawless mission until that death from above on our Blackjack Omni. Alright, but hey, we got 4 parts of a Corsair, folks. 4 parts of a Corsair for damage to a Blackjack. I will take that every time. Let's make sure we get those Corsair parts. All right. Are there any components that are better than ooh, heavy ferro? Let's see. There might be a time that I want that heavy ferro, so let's take that. So we got Corsair parts, Vulcan parts, 2 AC-20s, which is good for selling. Google's. I really do encourage you. I know when you see video of BattleTech Advanced and you're playing the base game, you're probably like, why am I playing this base game when there's the other game available, the mod? But you're going to learn a lot about BattleTech just by playing the original campaign. So stick with our plan. The original campaign, if you want to speed run it, you could probably speed run it in just a couple days. But the experience that you're going to get from playing regular BattleTech is going to be worth it. Especially since there are some challenging missions in the campaign. There are several challenging missions that actually force you to really understand BattleTech. So stick with it. In the meantime, you could just join us for our streams, which is fine with me. All right, so we got a Corsair, folks. We got a Corsair. So it's another assault. And it's a real assault, not... I mean, the Mackie is a assault, don't get me wrong. All right, so all we lost was an ER medium laser because I put the weapons in the center torso. So we lost ER medium laser and some ammo. So that's not that bad. LBX. Come on. Do I not have any LBX ammo? Let's see, we need slug. There we go. All right, so just 2 days. That was one of the benefits of me putting my weapons in the center torso instead of out on the arms for the Blackjack. Omni, I always recommend that. The Blackjack, its biggest weakness is the fact that its weapons are in the arms. So if you could take the weapons and put them into the center torso, which you can with the Omni Blackjack, it's a significant improvement. All right, so let's build our Corsair. All right, so...
That mech you wanted is back online.
All right, let's look at our Corsair here. All right, so basically we overheated the enemy pilot until he died, and that's how we picked up this Corsair. Okay, so... Normal Corsair is a patchwork of miscellaneous parts, but what if you make a miscellaneous collection of parts on purpose? Here's where the Corsair 8R comes in. Salvaged from a series of mechs with endoseal construction, the 8R is a pirate attempt at a king crab with a little bit of a twist. Armed with a pair of autocannon 20s, a large laser, and 3 medium lasers, the 8R packs a hell of a wallop. 3 jump jets give it unexpected mobility, while double heat sinks and case keep this heat and ammo under control. That is a very nice Corsair. That is a very nice Corsair. Now, the only thing... So let's play with this Corsair for a minute. Now, I could keep it and I could play it right now and we'd be very successful with it. But I'd rather see what we can make it into. So I'm going to get rid of these AC-20s. I'm not a fan of the limited range of the AC-20s, to be honest with you. But I think we can have some fun with this Corsair, for sure. So let's go with Gauss rifles. Dual Gauss rifle. Dual Gauss rifle. We're gonna take off the jump jets. Jump jets on an assault is silly, so we're gonna take off those jump jets. That gives us extra tonnage. We're also going to put in an XL engine. We're going to take out this really slow engine and see if we can upgrade the engine a little bit. Alright, what if we do a 320 engine? A little bit more speed, a little bit more firepower. We got the dual Gauss, so we need to put in ammo for that Gauss, so let's do that. 4 tons of Gauss ammo. Like so. Alright, I'm gonna take off this large laser. And put in an ER-PPC shotgun. Nice. Alright, we still have 6 tons remaining. So if we take off this medium laser and put in a snub PPC. Nice. So we've got dual Gauss, ER-PPC shotgun, snub nose PPC. So this gives us range all across the map. Let's check our heat here. Alpha strike is 100. Heat sinking is 78. So that's going to be a challenge. So what can we do about that? What can we do about our heat? We can put in a heat bank. Or probably the most bang for our buck is going to be a heat bank here. And that gets us to 78. Oh, that's right. I could get rid of the case. Thank you, Skewed One. Alright, so that's another ton. But the question is, what can I do with that ton? We could put in another double heatsink here. Alright, so that gets our heat to what? 84, alpha strike of 100. I can actually... I can live with that. I think I can live with that. Alright, so let's see what other equipment we want to throw on this thing. So 96 or 100, yep. Yep, I see what you're saying, because of the heat bank. Yeah, that's a -8 heat bank. So it's actually going to be, the heat is going to be 92 and heat sinking of 84, which is fine because we're not going to shoot necessarily the Gauss rifles every time. But this is going to give us actually a lot of things we could do with this Corsair. So this is going to be expensive.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
And Darius is going to panic. So let's go to the store and give ourselves some money so we don't have a panicked Darius. Let's get rid of some cores. I don't see us needing a 140 core anytime soon. Or a 145 core anytime soon. Even a 150. don't really see us needing that. I don't think we need 4 160s, so let's sell 2. One of the best ways you could just add some cash to your mech bay really quickly is just get rid of cores. It's a no-brainer. And as long as you keep one or two of each core, you should be fine. But these cores add up in your bank really quickly, and before you know it, you've got way too many cores. All right, so that should give us enough money to keep Darius from nagging us. All right. All right, anything we could build in the mech bay real quick before we move on? Nope. All right, so let's power through. Let's get in as many missions as we can. All right, so let's get some feedback from the chat room. Do we want to do a level 4 destroy base, a tag team? Actually, I like the tag team missions quite a bit. Witness protection, recovery, raiding party. You know what? Let's get this raiding party out of the way. Let's get the raiding party out of the way, and then I want you guys to think about what you would like to see us do for the next mission. So we got the Awesome, the Mackie, the Archer. All right, I need to replace the Blackjack. I don't want to use this Blackjack 2B. Yeah, let's take the Centurion here. And the Wraith and the Firestarter Omni. And let's see if we could keep exploring how we can use this Mackie to get quick shutdowns on the enemy. Because basically that Mackie overheated that Corsair by itself and caused the pilot to die and got us 4 salvage parts. So it was a win-win. Want to thank everybody for joining us. We've got lots of people in the chat room today, so let's get some people engaged. Give us some thoughts on this mod. Let us know about BattleTech. If you have any questions about this mod or BattleTech, let me know. If you want to talk about BattleTech lore, I'm probably good enough to get myself in trouble in a debate. The one thing I don't want is so few people talking in the chat that I am forced to start singing things like Baby Shark. I will sing Baby Shark. Come on, people. Let's get involved in the chat room. If you're here anyways, say hello. And remember, if you give us a follow, if you're a new viewer, you get entered into our Funko Pop giveaway every month. If you like Funko Pops, it's a no-brainer for you to give us a follow and have a chance. Now, the more that you engage with our channel, the higher the chances of getting a Funko Pop.
Command interface initiated.
Now, some people have asked me, what is a Funko Pop? So let me give you an example. So this is a... let me get it in frame. It's always... Okay, so this is a Mandalorian Funko Pop right here. So it's basically a very detailed bobblehead collector's item. So if you like The Mandalorian, I can get you Mandalorian Funko Pops. If you like Marvel or DC, I can get you those Funko Pops. So definitely give us a follow. It's a really easy opportunity to get some free merch. And it's not merch from our company. This is from our channel. This is real, legitimate merch from Amazon.
On the move, full speed.
Definitely consider giving us a follow. All right, we got a Poe heavy tank here. Probably want to get that off the board before we deal with the main target here. Because that Poe heavy tank, if we let it just flank us,
I'm here.
will be nothing but trouble. we stuck? Oh, no, we can get off this hill. I thought for a second we were stuck on top of that hill, which would be a big problem. Alright. Alright, so the enemy is on the other side of this ridge.
Yes, Commander.
Which means we really want to take advantage of our scouting ability and our artillery here. So let's get the Wraith in here. I'd like to keep working on getting rid of this Poe.
Firing all weapons.
Not that the Poe is particularly dangerous, because it only has an AC 10, but we don't want that enemy vehicle just riding around in the back of our formation.
Ready, Commander.
Doing damage. So it's really a good target for us to get rid of
Throttle up.
early on in this battle. Heat is going to be something we're going to have to watch very carefully on this map, but it's going to help us when we're trying to use our Mackie to shut enemy mechs down, so that will help us. Alright, enemy mechs are coming up. We want to lure them over to our side of the map. Alright, so we got at least one missile boat over there on the other side. That's fine. I've got missile boats and artillery on my side. The only other thing we could do is maybe push up here and then get the high ground on these enemies. We'll see how it goes. There's a couple different ways we could skin this this map.
Reporting major armor loss.
Ooh, see, that Poe is
That
dangerous.
shot got past my
That
armor.
AC 10 can do some
Damage is minor,
significant
Commander.
damage. So we should try to get rid of that Poe as much as
Moving
quickly
at
as
full
we
throttle.
can here. It's also providing vision to the rest of the enemy. But that's okay.
I
Some quad PPC action should get rid of that. There we go. There goes the Poe.
reporting.
Nothing like a
Enemy vehicle
quad
removed.
PPC awesome to clear out some opposition quickly, especially vehicles.
Affirmative.
Alright, so we got our Mackie. Alright, now what are we going to do? So we've got some enemies here. Now the question is... Alright, we can get to the high ground here. We can get to the high ground over here. I don't know if they're going to come to us.
Standing by.
We might just have to do this ourselves. Alright, so let's be careful with our fire starter because it already got structural damage on a leg due to a lucky hit from that Poe.
Standing by.
Alright, so let's push our Centurion down.
10-4.
Waiting for orders.
Now, this is a classic example of how you can use your recon force to really
away.
be a
Double tap.
game changer here. So, this battle is going to come down to who can get vision on the enemy first. Alright, so because I have an archer and a
Ready, Commander.
artillery wagon available
Moving, Commander.
to just rain hell down on the enemy, even when they're on the other side of the ridge. But I need
Waiting for orders.
vision for that to happen.
Roger.
Yeah, they're making no effort to come to me, so I'm going to have to find ways to go after them here.
They've got a center lock on me.
Yeah, they seem...
I've been locked.
Either they can't figure out how to get out of that valley that they're in, or they just want to hang out in there and use the cover.
armor's getting stripped off.
I know. I know, I know. Oh. Alright, that's an Arrow 4 launcher. Okay. Ouch, ouch. Alright, so they want to play the long-range artillery battle
How
here.
can I help?
Which they can. They can do that,
On my way.
but I can return the favor.
Come on, people. Let's make it happen.
So what we need to do is we need to figure out ways
Aye,
that
aye.
we can get vision on the enemy and they can't get vision on our battle wagons. And we can hammer this thing out.
I've been sensor locked.
Okay. Alright, so we need to get some vision.
Waiting for orders.
We need to get some vision.
I'm receiving you.
Alright, so let's... Alright, so we got a very evasive
Full throttle.
Wraith here. Now, what has that arrow launcher? Not the champion. Not the Awestruck. Not the Oswar. Not the champion. Not the Rhino Fire Support. There's an Arrow 4 launcher here somewhere, but I'm not seeing it. So let's actually target this Oswar because it or yeah. All right, this Oswar actually has the most long-range
Roger that.
firepower of what I can target right now. So I'm getting a lock on that Oswar. This is going to be fun. So now that we have vision of the battlefield that they do not, because our Wraith has vision, and they don't have vision on most of my mechs.
I'm here.
So this is where we have some fun. Alright, our Centurion
Got it. Full speed, no target.
has got some damage to his shield arm. We can live with that. Alright, they take some shots at our fire
Showing minor
starter.
damage.
Not a problem.
Ready, Commander.
Alright, so this is where we start to make them pay, because we have vision and they do not. Where's that Oswar? Did the Oswar move? Looks like the Oswar moved. Alright, so let's do some... Let's play the long game here. Let's get some... Let's get some thunder ammo into that valley. So while they're walking around in circles, they're going to be doing damage to themselves. Okay. Alright, we're going to have to keep our Wraith evasive. We already knew that. They're going to keep shooting at the Wraith instead of actually trying to go after our heavier mechs, which is going to be their biggest mistake right now. There's that arrow launcher, or it might be a thunderbolt. Alright, so this weapon that weapons platform has to go. Alright, so our awesome has the high ground here. Let's do a precision strike. See if we can hit that weapons carrier. Alright, we got one hit in. Nice.
Talk to me.
Alright, so our Mackie.
I'm moving.
Hey, M. Simmons. Nice to see you as always. Alright, what do we have the best hit percent chances with our Inferno? Alright, right here is a no-brainer for the Inferno. We can hit 2 mechs with 1 Inferno shot, basically. Nice.
Mech warriors, show them what you got.
Thank you, Fire Furies, for the follow. Really appreciate that.
Orders?
Want to encourage everybody to give us follows. It really benefits you. All right. Let's get another scout in the mix here to give us more vision on the enemy.
On it.
Even if we don't hit, that's fine. It's just improving our targeting accuracy for all of our other mechs. M. Simmons, I was already hydrating before you selected that, so I appreciate you making sure that I hydrate. This coffee's for you. You never have to tell me twice to drink my coffee. Especially since it's real early here on the West Coast. EC Gamer 88, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. So these mechs tried to. There we go. We got an easy kill from that Inferno.
I'm receiving you.
Just like that. Inferno used carefully.
Copy that.
You could rack up the kills on the mechs really easy.
I'm ready.
Right, so our Wraith here needs to help us finish off this weapons carrier. Because this Thunderbolt 10 trio is really causing us trouble. So let's see if we can't get rid of that weapons carrier here. Not quite enough, but it was tagged. M. Simmons, you can always tell me to drink my coffee. Alright, that fire starter is getting really crispy on that leg.
Ready, Commander.
We're going to have to be careful. Alright.
Moving, Commander.
Alright, another good opportunity for us to use some thunder ammo. We're going to make that valley Death Valley for them. They thought they were really clever hanging out in that valley. But now that we have vision on them, yeah, that fire starter is going to have to get away from the valley here. It's taken way too many shots. Oh, we got a shutdown. That's always helpful. Alright, we got a shutdown on one of the mechs in the valley from the heat. We need to try to get rid of that weapons carrier.
Yes, Commander.
Our Awesome wants another crack at that weapons carrier. Now that this weapons carrier is tagged, if we do a precision strike, the hit percent chances should go off the charts. And we should be able to finish this weapons carrier off right here, hopefully. No!
I've got your back.
That really surprises me.
Roger.
Alright, we're going to take a round out from targeting the mechs. Oh, the hit percent chance is lousy here. Better off actually going after the mechs. So we'll do that.
Roger.
Let's put some Inferno heat in on that champion.
Good to go.
Waiting for orders.
Fire Valley. So I actually should use the fire starter here to see if we can get these mechs to fire at us and overheat. Ooh, nice head hit on that champion. Oh, and the champion overheated and died. Alright, that's fine. We still got another champion on the field here.
Standing by.
We could probably put together a champion
Moving
if
at
we
full
really
throttle.
wanted to.
Orders?
Alright, Wraith. See, I don't want the Wraith to just go in on that weapons carrier because then it's going to lose all of its evasion, and we don't want to do that. So we can still take some long-range shots. Let's actually do a precision strike here. I'd really like to get rid of this weapons carrier here.
Acknowledge.
There we go. There goes the
Come on,
weapons
people.
carrier.
Let's make it
That's
happen.
actually a lot of their firepower.
I know.
Guy Mastier, thank you for the follow. Or it might be Guy, yeah, Guy Mastier. I think that's how you would pronounce that. If I mispronounce that, I apologize. Alright, let's do our last round of Thunderbolt on this champion. You don't have to worry about your hit percent chances so much on the
LRM bins are out.
on the thunder ammo because actually getting the spread around the target is actually a good thing for thunder. So don't let the low hit percent chance impact you. You actually don't want to hit the target necessarily with the thunder ammo. You want to hit around the target.
Internal structure damage.
I'm receiving you.
Our awesome does not have a target, so
Affirmative.
start working the awesome towards the other valley.
How can I help?
Alright, Mackie, what do you got? What do you have, Mackie? Alright, you can hit that champion. Nice. Nice hit on that champion right there, increasing his heat. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's keep our fire starter jumping around. Basically, our fire starter's objective here is to just try to trick that champion into shooting at it. And hopefully overheating. And get some licks in while we're at it. Alright, let's see if that champion... Oh! See, the champion died.
Yes, Commander.
You know, if these targets were actually better targets, I would probably, and they weren't sitting in that valley, I would probably do more about trying to get salvage. But there was not really any good targets out of that collection of enemy mechs.
On my way.
60 tonners are not going to really help me right now, other than putting them together to sell them. This Rhino fire support tank needs to go, though. For a Rhino fire support tank, that does not have a lot of
Battlenet
firepower,
power
actually.
detected.
Thank you for the follow, Dolphy Boy. Really appreciate that. Would love to hear in the chat how you came up with that name, Dolphy Boy. It's a unique name. Alright, let's use some Artemis and see if we can't get rid of that Rhino fire support tank as quick as we can. Yeah, it's going to take a couple rounds. Really, that Rhino fire support tank is the biggest threat still on the board that I can see. So, Dolphy Boy, how did you get the name Dolphy Boy? Do you like dolphins? Is it a nickname? The chat room wants to know. You know, things are getting a little light in the chat, and I still hold my right to start singing some Baby Shark if we can't come to an understanding about what we want to
Talk to me.
talk about in the chat room, I will resort to singing Baby Shark. So,
Moving out.
if you want to avoid that, let's get engaged in some conversations here. Alright, so we got the Rhino. Let's do a shape charge on the Rhino. We're going to do a precision strike because we have plenty of precision strikes left. And if we can hit the turret of the Rhino...
Here we go.
Nice hit there. We didn't hit the turret, but still a good hit.
Receiving you.
Alright. Where did that... Alright, so we have one mech over there. Alright, let's do another
Aye,
jump.
aye.
What we want to do here is just get vision on this Awestruck
Roger.
for our other mechs. Banana? Banana?
Standing by.
Hi, IMG. Good to see you. As always. IMG and some of our friends had a great gameplay of Mech Warrior 5 last night. So if you missed the stream, I suggest that you check it out on replay. Because Mech Warrior 5 with mods and with friends is very playable and fun.
Confirmed.
Do I play Mech Warrior 5 by myself? No. Do I play it with friends and mods? Yes, I
Enemy
do.
eliminated.
So please check it out.
My flamer is empty.
Oh boy.
Ready for orders.
M. Simmons, do not encourage him with this bad behavior in the chat room. Okay, so Google's Pisano actually has a good question in the chat room. So let's say, so what are your general philosophy on lance makeup? Is it just based on skulls, or do you go heavy as possible? Or do you like certain mechs and when to change that around? So let me ask those questions before I take these shots. So, Google's, the answer is, it depends on whether you're playing BattleTech vanilla or modded BattleTech. So, in regular vanilla BattleTech, bigger is always better because of the components that you have available. So in vanilla career campaign BattleTech, you always just go bigger. You go from lights to mediums to heavy to assault. And there isn't enough diversity in components and opponents to not keep you from just going up the tonnage scale. Now, when you play a game like BattleTech Advanced, so let's look at my lance right now. So I have the Wraith, which is my scout. So I like to have 2 scout mechs. Right now I could play 6 mechs. So I want to have 2 scouts. I want to have at least 1 brawler. And then I do a mix of brawlers and direct fire support mechs. And artillery. So, Google's, if you modify, the trick is you have to modify Mech Warrior 5. If you play it in the base game, it's not fun. But if you get the right mods, it actually is a very fun game, especially if you play with friends. If you play co-op, it's a lot of fun. Because it's a very casual game. It's lots of teamwork that you can use.
Ready, Commander.
For example, when we play, if you watch our playthrough, you'll see that some of us are fielding Inferno rockets, and what we do is we just shut the enemy down. And that doesn't necessarily give us the high score, but it helps the rest of our team take the enemy out quickly. So it's really about teamwork when it comes to MechWarrior 5. So for when you're playing modded BattleTech, going back to your original question, you can absolutely have light and medium mechs viable throughout the course of the game as your scouts. So,
Systems holding.
so
Yes, Commander.
there is MechWarrior Online, which is made by the same company that made MechWarrior 5. I don't recommend MechWarrior Online because there's lots of issues with viability, and it used to be a fun game, but now you're either going to have a challenge getting started, or there's people on there that have played for years, and their whole life is based on finding rookies and wrecking them, so it's not a lot of fun. MechWarrior 5, we really recommend if you have a bunch of friends to play with. For example, we play every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's fun to play with friends. It's not so much fun to play by yourself. Now, you can play it by yourself, and it's good practice, but
Damn you for making me do this.
I only play it in co-op, and I do just fine. So,
Good to go.
of course, I did play the base game for about 6 months, so I do have that background of experience. But I think you could play MechWarrior 5 simply in co-op, and you'll be fine after a couple rounds. You could pick it up really quickly. So I hope that answered your questions.
Acknowledged.
In the base BattleTech game, bigger always is better. But with BattleTech Advanced, because of different strategies and weapons and components available, bigger is not always what you want to do every time.
Acknowledged.
And the biggest thing I can say is, you want to look at the description of the mechs, and you can either find them in Sarna or within the game, and use the mechs as they were designed to be used. Okay, so if you have an indirect fire support mech, you don't use it as a brawler. It won't go well. If you have a disabler like a grasshopper, use it as a disabling mech, but don't use it as a long-range sniper. So the goal is to look at your mechs and use them based on their abilities more than anything else. Yeah, MechWarrior Online is not... Basically, it's for people who have played forever that want to play and just wreck people that don't know how to play the game. And there's lots of quirks and issues with that game right now.
Internal structure damage. Commander?
Use them as intended. All right, fair enough. I understand what you're saying, IMG.
All right.
Point taken.
Talk to me.
But you did possibly the hardest start imaginable and came out on the other side of it. So, props to you for that. Alright, let's see if I can finish this Rhino fire support. Oh, alright, good hit there.
That was a critical hit.
Mech warriors. Shift.
Good to go.
Alright.
Yes, Commander. Location confirmed.
Let's get rid of this Rhino fire support tank and end this mission, shall we?
All right.
There we go.
Fragged a vehicle.
There we go. Mission complete.
Mission successful.
There you go, IMG. You do use the Raven correctly. I'll give you that. But hey, necessity is the mother of invention. So if you only have the mechs you have to find ways to make the most of them. So, no question about that. Alright, so... Alright, so we got some champion parts. An Oswar part. Let's look at the components. See if there's any components here that are better than the mechs. So we'll take that light engine. Let's see. Other than that, we should probably just take mech parts and try to make something we can sell. Alright, so we can put together a champion and sell it. That's not horrible. Alright, our mech warriors are gaining in experience and need your guidance. You need to head to the barracks. You can direct their training. We'll do that off camera. Alright, we should have enough mechs and enough time that we can squeeze in one mission. Alright, so... witness protection, tamper-proof. Let's do the tag team mission. These could be fun. So IMG, I might go slightly over 45 minutes, but I have just enough time probably to squeeze in another mission. So I'm going to do it, and you can't stop me. Nah, 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 nah. I mean, theoretically, you could just switch your feed out for mine, but that wouldn't be nice. So let's get one more quick mission in here. So with the tag team missions, the biggest concern is where you drop compared to your force that you're supposed to support, and if you're required to have them all survive. So that's what I look for tag team missions is number one, how far away am I from the force I'm supposed to support? And if all of the supporting unit needs to survive, that makes this a much harder mission. So let's see. At 3.5 skulls, we should get a couple decent mechs as well. IMG, you missed it, but I missed earlier on. I picked up a Corsair simply by overheating it with my Mackie. Because my Mackie has Inferno artillery and plasma rifles. So all I did was keep hitting that Corsair with heat until the pilot died. So another way that you can get maximum salvage out of a mech is by killing the pilot with heat. You can't do that in the base game, but you can do that with Battletech Advanced. So I literally barbecued the pilot inside of his cockpit to get 4 parts of a Corsair. So if nothing else happened on the stream, we added a Corsair to our lineup, and we validated the Mackie plasma rifle combination as being a viable mech. So adding the sniper artillery plus, yep, you flipped the PPC for plasma. Nice. Were you inspired by MechWarrior 5? Actually, I was. So this morning I was trying to figure out before the stream how I can make the most of that Mackie.
Command interface
and
initiated.
I absolutely had in mind some of the success we had by shutting mechs down on MechWarrior 5. All right. Right. And this is where... Okay, so the good news is we're not that far away from... ensure Merrick Lance safely evacuates. 1 must survive an evac. 2 remain. So... basically, the force that I'm supporting has to survive. And they're way up here. So we're going to have to book at full speed to make this work. So we're going to have to book at full speed.
Roger.
All of my mechs are going to have to move at maximum speed because we have to keep the Allied force alive here. Ooh, there's a Marauder too. I'd like to get a Marauder. So this Marauder is actually a really good target for us to overheat. Alright, we got a 20-tonner. Nothing too scary yet. The trick is we have to get all the way across the map to help our allies here. That's the problem. I wish they were smart enough to wait for us, but they're not. That Javelin is not going to last very long, I'm telling you right now. Yeah, that Javelin's going to be gone in a couple rounds. So we really need to hightail it here. Maximum speed, boys. Maximum speed. Can we get in range to help this force survive? That's the question.
I'm your spaniel.
Now we've got our Wraith, so let's get our Wraith up there as quickly as
Hang out.
possible.
Full speed.
And see if the Wraith can be a distraction. Okay. We can at least provide fire support with our Archer and our
Bravo.
Mackie, so let's do that. Alright, so let's hit that Marauder with some thunder ammo. Yeah, that is the biggest risk on these missions, not how dangerous the opponent is, but alright, so that Marauder actually was forced to move away. Alright, no, it just got into a better firing position. Yeah, that Javelin is pretty much done. Hopefully that the other mech will live long enough for us to help him. Alright, so let's get our fire support into position as quick as we can. That is our one saving grace here. Hopefully this Zeus will stay at long range and buy us some time to get there in time. Because that Javelin is dead on arrival. There's no way that Javelin's going to survive. So our only hope... Okay, so the enemy is actually moving towards us. So if we can get rid of that Marauder, we might have a chance of succeeding with this mission. Alright, so let's do some Inferno on that Marauder. Nice hit on that Marauder. Very nice. And that's really good
Waiting for orders.
against the Marauder in particular, because the Marauder has heat issues, even just when firing its weapons. But when you add in some Inferno rounds, it's definitely going to give that Marauder a hard time. Keep the pressure on that Marauder. Alright, got some structural damage. Good. I think we're going to be okay, because enough of the enemies are close to us that I think we can get there in time. That Javelin is so stupid. I don't know why the Javelin would keep moving towards the enemy when he's outnumbered and
All right.
outgunned. And help is on the way.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so let's see what we could do with our Wraith here. Alright, we can
Double
at
time.
least get vision on one of these enemy mechs. Let's see what we're up against here. New contact. Alright, here we go. Another enemy force. Okay. I guess we can get a tag on the Shadowhawk. Oh, there's an archer there as well.
Ready, Commander.
Probably want to get rid of that archer as soon as we can.
Moving, Commander.
Now what we have here is a situation where, see how these enemies are all bottled up in this valley here? So what we could do is we could take our thunder ammo, target the ground, right about there, and that'll buy us some time
Sending a message.
against that enemy force. We're going to have a nice minefield to go through. There we go. That'll buy us some time.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, awesome.
Order acknowledged.
What do you have vision on, awesome? A Phoenix Hawk. I know I'm going to regret this precision strike, but why not? We might as well give it a try.
Copy that, Commander.
Alright, we got one hit out of it. Alright, that Zeus is actually playing this smart and keeping its distance. So if we push up on the enemy, I think we'll be okay here. Might go closer to 8 on this IMG. I hope that's okay with you.
How can I help?
Alright.
Accelerating to maximum speed.
Alright, so how could we make the most of our artillery here? Okay, Skewed One, we'll see you next time. Alright, we can keep hitting the Marauder. We can hit the Shadowhawk. Alright, I'm going to hit the Archer here because we can actually hit multiple mechs with our artillery here.
Confirmed.
This should work. Let's see. Alright. Not bad.
They got a lock on me.
Alright. They're shooting at our Wraith. That's okay. Man, we got a lot of enemies coming at us here. And we have to push forward to protect the friendly force, so I can't use strategy as much as I'd like to here. To a certain extent, it's going to come down to pushing forward, taking the damage, instead of letting the enemy force take the damage, or the friendly force take the damage. Oh, there's a Heliopist to boot. There's a lot of firepower in that valley up there. So that's one of the biggest threats right now, but I have to use my scouts to keep this force busy, or our allies are going to get overwhelmed.
So far, so good.
I have to prioritize the survival of the enemy, of the friendly force, over using the best strategy right now, unfortunately. Ooh, a Lancelot. I haven't seen a Lancelot in a while. Okay.
Damage is light.
That Marauder's gonna overheat. Yep, there he goes. That works for me. And you got an injury from overheating. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, so we're gonna have to use our lighter mechs
Light damage, Commander.
to push up and keep the enemy busy here. Alright, there's that Locust. Now, what's the evasion on that Locust? That's what I need to know. It's 4.
Ready for orders.
Alright, we gotta push up with our Trebuchet. Pushing up with Trebuchet is never my favorite thing, but
Roger. Full speed.
at least the 7M is actually built with some brawling capability. Alright, and I think we should hit this Heliopis here.
Shot.
Although he doesn't have a sniper artillery that's functional. So I probably could have, but the hit percent chance was so much higher that I had to take that shot. Ooh. Alright, the pilot is almost dead in that Marauder. I'd love to get 4 Marauder parts out of this mission. Alright. The one other negative about this mission type is you do get a lot of mechs on the field, so it takes a while for your turn to come around. That is one negative about this mission type, but it is cool. I mean, at one point, I did one of these tag team missions, and there was 32 mechs on the field all together. There was mine, there was my ally, and then there was a whole bunch of other mechs. So that was my all-time high for this mod, was to see 32 mechs on the field at the same time. It was a beautiful thing.
I'm here.
Alright, Hunchback, let's get into this fight. Let's get into this fight. Guess we have to go for the Firestar Omni. Let's go for a precision strike here. We need to get some quick kills on this mission, so I'm going to just go for the center torso on the Firestarter here.
Copy that, Commander.
We need to just get a couple quick kills.
That hit something good.
Alright, that Firestarter is set up for a quick kill now. Alright, good news is the enemy's really focused in on us now. Alright, I got 12 more minutes. I don't know if we'll finish this mission. But I have a hard stop at 11 Eastern time, so I'm sure IMG is ready to take over. We'll see if we can finish this mission. We'll kind of have to see what we can do here.
Just running.
Alright. Let's take advantage of the race positioning here on
I
this
have it.
Phoenix Hawk land. Nice hits there, and we got a tag. We should be okay because our Wraith still has evasion of 6. I'd like to keep it at 7 or 8, but I think we'll be okay. There's a lot of junky mechs on this
Damage is minor, Commander.
mission. Mechs that already have damage. But there's a lot of mechs. There's absolutely a lot of mechs. I'm glad that Zeus is just kind of hanging out in the background and just saying, yeah, you know what? Maybe I don't need to get involved in this fight. Alright. Let's do some more thunder around this heliopist here. Trying to block off that canyon.
LRM bins are out.
That archer's going to walk right into those mines. Next turn. Alright, I got about 8 more minutes. We'll see how much of this... I don't know if we'll finish this mission. We shall see.
Waiting for orders. Acknowledged.
Alright, we're just going to do some PPC spam.
Alright.
Luckily, it's a target-rich environment. Alright, we got a couple hits there. Alright, the Zeus is moving up. That's not good. Unless, of course, he finishes off that Marauder for us. Ooh, maybe.
Talk to me.
Alright, our Mackie.
On my way.
Alright, let's make the most of this artillery shot. Let's think about this. Alright, let's put some sniper inferno around where those enemy mechs are. We don't even necessarily want to hit this fire starter. There we go, we killed that lamb.
I'm generating a lot of heat here.
That was good. That was a good hit.
Mech warriors. Show 'em
That
what
was
you
a
got.
good use of artillery. So we destroyed one mech and we are overheating several. So definitely a good sniper strike there. That was a little bit of luck.
Good to go.
Alright. But I'll take some luck sometimes. Alright, let's push up. We're being very aggressive with my trebuchet here, but I don't really care too much about trebuchets, to be honest with you. And if I have to trade this trebuchet to get a Marauder,
Full complement on
I'll take that. Alright, we should get knocked down here. Okay, pilot incapacitated. We got 2 parts out of that Marauder. I'll take that. I will take that. That probably made the trebuchet the prime target of the enemy force, but that's fine with me. A sacrificial trebuchet is fine. I'm not worried about that trebuchet one way or the other. If I lose it, I lose it. Because that trebuchet is probably going to get sold pretty quickly anyway.
Commander, I'm reporting a slow roasting pilot here. Thank you.
Oh, slow roasting pilot. Anexima, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Had lots of follows today on the stream. Hopefully. Oh. Hopefully I'm still streaming. I had a power fluctuation. Pretty significant power fluctuation. Battletech is still playing in the background. Okay, looks like everything's recovered. Sorry about that. Power went off briefly, but I think we're okay. Yeah. IMG, I think Battletech locked up in the background with my power issue. So if you're listening to this, I'm going to go ahead and stop my stream and let you take over. Hopefully I didn't lose that mission because it actually was going pretty well. Hopefully I'll see you guys again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time for a nice 2-hour stream, and I'll